Alright, what is up geek fans? This is Gibson here. Today is going to be a quick one. We're going to be taking a look at how Monster Hunter Wilds run on the ROG Xbox Ally X versus the MSI Claw 8 AI+. So without any further ado, let's dive in. Alright, so first let's check the settings. We're going to be doing a native resolution, and we're gonna test both with and without frame gen. So we're gonna start without frame gen first, and let's do low preset. Alright, so we are at low preset without frame gen. Cool. So let's turn on MSI Afterburner and let's start the game. Not sure if you guys noticed the fan noise, but it's pretty loud when you play at full TDP on this device. So we're gonna test with full TDP on both the devices. So for this one, it's going to be at 35 watts. Alright, so let's begin the test. So right now, without a frame gen, at low settings, we are getting about low 40 FPS. So we're around high 30s for low 40s, around that. Yeah. So as you can see, Copilot is very helpful at getting you killed. Let's do that again. So far we're seeing low 40s for the most part, and we got high 30 for the most part when we are doing the action. Alright, so this particular scene we are getting high 30 for the most part, I would say. But I think maybe low 40s is the average here. But yep, I think low 40s is the average for non-FG config. So let's turn on frame generation and let's see how it performs then. So now we are seeing high 60s, low 70s. Let's see if that's going to be the average. Yep, so it would seem that okay, it fluctuates a bit. I'm gonna say that we are among high 60 when we have frame generation on. I think we're getting, for the most part, high 60s when we are doing it with frame generation on. Alright, let's not focus on my skills. I think we have an idea now that we're getting high 30s for non-FG config. We're getting about high 60 when using the frame generation. So let's move on to the MSI Claw 8 AI Plus. And if you like this kind of content, be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. There's going to be a lot more videos like it. Thank you guys. Alright, so let's check the settings. We are going to use the same low preset, but we're going to change from AMD FSR to Intel XeSS. And somehow switching to XeSS, the game set upscaling mode to quality. I'll change it back to ultra performance to match the Xbox Ally X. And I think that's it. So let's see. So without frame gen, we're getting around mid 30s. Let's see how many FPS we get during the action. So right now we're getting just about 30 frames per second. Yep, so we're getting about 30 frames. So that's about 30% less FPS on the MSI Claw 8 AI Plus. Let's see if we are getting the same when we have frame generation on. So let's turn on frame generation. We can only do AMD FSR frame generation in this game since we don't have XeSS frame generation. So we're getting alright, let's try again. So here the cam we're getting about high 50s. So I suspect we're gonna get in the low 50s during the action. Yep, we're getting low 50 for the most part during the action. Alright, so I think it is clear that the ROG Xbox Ally X is the winner here. It's getting for the most part 30% more frames inside Monster Hunter Wilds. Alright, so I'm gonna sum it up that ROG Xbox Ally X is doing about 30% better FPS in this game. So if you're wondering about performance in other games, you can check out my previous video here. And I think that's about it for this video, guys. I'll see you geeks in the next one. Peace out, guys.